Howdy, folks. I'm called Beeman, and I'm here to see if I can figure out how to do art. I don't have any real experience with art except a little tiny bit of doodling and stuff when I was like 6 years old. And then in the ninth grade, I was kind of forced into an art class because I filled out my scheduling papers wrong, and I actually failed a semester of that art class. So that's shows how terrible I am at it. But to start out my art venture, I had the idea to just, I don't know, I guess just doodle some of the things I used to draw when I was a kid. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see, what's the earliest thing I remember drawing? Oh, I know. Here we go. It's been a long time since I held a pencil and tried to draw anything. So basically, I just did kind of a big rectangle. I give it a head, some legs. I know it's not super great, but I was like 6 years old when I was drawing this. Well, I know I'd do something like this. Oh, there we go. Hey, little devil man. Oh, wait. Missing. Now he's got a tail. Little devil man. When I was like 6 years old, I thought that was the coolest thing in the universe. I guess I was an edgy little kid. And then at one point, I tried to jazz it up a little bit, and I did something like kind of like this. There. Now his tail's a little thicker, and that's the extent of my demon drawing capabilities. Another thing I would draw when I was probably 5 or 6 is, let's see, down here, draw flat. Let's see. It's pretty simple. I don't know where I got the idea for this, but hey, it's a little car. Looks kind of like a computer mouse or like a rat. And then one day I had the idea to do kind of this. And look, now it's burning rubber. Look at that. And then I actually did another thing with these. I do something kind of like this. Check it out. He's burning rubber. He's a rocket car. I wasn't very imaginative as a kid, but I thought that was super cool, man. This and that, like an angry demon man and a little rat car. That deeply impressed me when I was a small child. But even just doing these, like my sister was always pretty good at drawing and art and stuff. So like sat next to her, seeing the stuff that she would be drawing, and compare that to what I was doing, I always felt kind of inadequate, you know. Which I guess that's how it goes for a lot of people. You compare yourself to others, and then you start to feel insecure or like you're not good enough. And you know, some things like art, for example, it's really subjective. You know, you don't really got to compare yourself to other people. Just as long as you can enjoy the result. And like for this, when I was 6 years old, I was super impressed with myself for being able to draw that. Although I could identify that I was not very good at freehand drawing, and that's when I started using a ruler to draw stuff. And the first thing I remember drawing with a ruler, let's see, is this. Help if I made the lines the same length, but whatever. Whatever, man. Now you might be thinking to yourself, hey, B-Man, is that a house? Let me tell you, it is not. A little person inside. Hey, this is actually, with the power of random lines, a rocket ship. This is not centered very well, but you know what? That's okay. Hey, draw me another janky flame here. I feel like something's missing from the fire. Oh, you know what? Let's do like a little insidey bit. I don't know what the heck you call that, but pretty sure. Yeah, that looks okay. Now look at that. A little rocket ship. I was kind of a dinosaurs in space were my jam when I was a little kid. And these are the types of things that I would draw when I was, I don't know, like between the ages of 4 and 6. Because whenever I'd go to, for example, my grandma's house, the way that they in the 90s, say how old I am, is whenever you go to a relative's house and they didn't have anything for small children to do, they'd always sit you down at a table. So they'd sit me and my sister down at a little table and just give us some paper and crayons or pencils, and you just spend an hour drawing, and that's a way to keep the quiet kids up, I guess, back in the old days. Nowadays, you hand them a tablet or a phone or something, and they play whatever the heck games they play on them. Starting to feel really old now, but anyways, moving on. When I got to elementary school, I would say probably fourth or fifth grade, I remember a lot of kids doodling this, and believe it or not, I had to use a ruler for this because I'm that terrible. But that's okay. Something people don't realize these days is that it's okay to be terrible at stuff. Everybody's always trying to be super perfect and super ideal and all this and that. It's like, I don't know, man. It's not good for your mental health. Sometimes you got to embrace being terrible. Oh, I kind of ran out of space here. That's okay. Squeeze that in. And I'm sure some of you people watching already know what the heck this is. Look at that, it's the cool S. I still don't know what that symbol means, but I saw a video a couple years ago that said that people were drawing that crap in the 70s, man, and probably before that. That's ridiculous. It's like a rite of passage for humans. I don't even know. The Western human experience. So, let's see. The next thing I remember people drawing, which I also had to do with a ruler. You know what? Let me try to draw one of these freehand, because it's not that hard. I don't know why my lines are diagonal like that, but yeah, see? That's not that bad. So you never know what you're capable of until you try it, man. Look at that. That didn't even turn out that bad. You can't let fear of failure stop you from trying things. Even drawing a simple little cool S shape. Well, the next thing, I'm going to try doing this freehand too. I used to use a ruler for this because I was always terrible, but I'm going to do it freehand right now and see how it goes. Let's see. I'm sure some of you watching already know what this is. It's a little jonkadoo, but that's okay. It's a little cube. I don't know when people started doing that. I think I was in the 5th grade when people started drawing this, but it was just like one of those things. People would fill the edges of their page with little cubes and oof. Okay, the quicker I try to do it, the worse it is, but that's okay. They would just do a bunch of them like all over the page. I never really understood it. I only drew a handful of them. But then when I was a kid, I never really had an interest in drawing, so I just had limited, or I spent little time doing it anyways. And then, what's another thing? Oh, I know. When I was in I want to say 5th grade, might have been 3rd grade, but I knew a kid who taught me how to draw these. Let me see here. I'm going to use the numbers here. So we'll go down 6, put center point at 3. And we'll do 1.5, yeah, 1.5 on either side here. And then we'll do a half this way. Okay, for some reason that looks wrong. That's okay. Once again, it's okay to be not so great at stuff. Let's make this one a little bit longer here. This is a super pointy one. Usually they come out really chunkity when I try to draw these. It's because I'm using the metric side of the ruler. The American side is more chunky. Okay. It's a little compass rose. And you know what I would do to spice these things up? Just add a little shading. Hold my pencil like a weirdo. Because why the heck not? I'm pretty sure I've seen videos of people holding a pencil all weird, doing sketching. I don't know. I don't really consume a lot of that content. I'm a gamer, so I tend to watch gaming videos and stuff like that. But look at that. A little bit of shading, and now it's like got all this depth and mystique. Let's try to draw a bigger one. Try to use the American side. We'll go 4 inches. Put a center point at 2 inches. Because I like numbers. We'll go 1 inch on either side this way. And then for the diagonal, let's see. We'll go with 1/2 inch on either side of the center point. I don't think it's really necessary to do all this weird number crap, but I don't know. That's how my brain can understand making a design like this. It's got to be, it's how I can make consistent lines. I don't think I'd be able to freehand this sort of thing and make it look good. But that's the whole point of this Artventure is see if I can teach myself through like YouTubes and blogs and stuff how to draw and do art. Because I'm dumb as a box of rocks. And if I can figure out how to do art, then I think anybody could figure it out. And to be honest, I think that's going to be I think that's how it's going to play out. I think anybody can do pretty much anything. It just takes a little bit of time and effort and self-determination. You got to battle your own insecurity and just commit to doing something. That's part of the reason I'm going to be posting these videos onto YouTube, to post my journey. That's going to be my forced commitment. I don't know how often I'll post these videos, mind you, but I'll try to do at least 1 or 2 a week. see how long that lasts. Why is my vertical line always so pointy, but the sides, like even on this one, the sides are really chunky and the vertical is just super. I mean, the vertical is, what the heck did I just say? The vertical is really pointy and the sides are chunky. That's what I meant to say. Sometimes I stumble over my words. That's how dumb I am. That's okay to be dumb. Everybody's dumb at stuff sometimes. Just like everybody starts as a beginner. Nobody starts perfect, you know? Nobody starts with level 100 skills. You're playing Skyrim, you want to jump over a house, you start with level 1 acrobatics, and then you jump 1,000 times, and then you could jump over a house. And that's how it goes, man. Alright, look at that. There's a little jonkadoo there. But these are the types of things that I would draw when I was a kid. Little devil man, move on up to a level 2 rat car with the cool burnout and the flame effects. You know, I'm going to do a little extra. There we go. There we go. My little ruler-based rocket ship and these things. The compass rose or whatever. I don't really know how to do the diagonal on the compass rose, but you know what, maybe. Let's try to add diagonals. I'll use the American side again. Let's go about 1.5 inches out from the edge here. We're going to try it, see how it turns out. Oh, I went too far on this one. Get some eraser action going on. How far did I go out? Okay, I actually went out like 1.25 inches. Apparently I don't know how to measure on a ruler. So this one's still a little bit too long. So even when I'm trying to be consistent with a freaking ruler, I can't. I can't draw a straight line for nothing, man. That's okay. Yeah, I think that's about right. And then what? Just kind of go like that. Is that okay? I feel like this is wrong, but you know what? That's okay. Oof, that one's not great. I suppose none of them are that great, but it is what it is. There we go. And now, we continue the same trend that we had going on before. Shade these in like a pinwheel. Okie dokie. Yeah, that doesn't look, I mean, it's kind of wonkadoo, but that doesn't look that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. So, but I've kind of been recording for a while, so I should probably cut this off here. These are the types of things that I would draw when I was a kid, and that's my... Oh no, wait. I actually do know one. I'll do that in another video. But I thought of the one thing I remember from that beginner art class I took in middle school. Or no, it was the 9th grade I took that, so high school. That is a 1 and 2 point perspective drawing, which also uses the ruler. That's the part of the reason I remember how to do it. Kind of. But yeah, for now, I guess I'll call it on this video. So, see ya. Just get out there and try stuff, man. See what works.